Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying tuned in. Well, time now to get you some more news and updates. And when we do that, let's take a look at the macro data point that the street is closely eyeing. India's retail inflation is expected to fall to a 5-month low in January, largely driven by easing vegetable prices. In fact, Gaurav is standing by to tell us exactly what is being penciled in.
Well, yes, inflation in India was one of the biggest concern, and because of which we saw rate cut was halted. But after that, now recently we saw RBI has went ahead with rate cuts. They have cut the rates almost by 25 basis points because they also see that inflation is likely to ease. And when we look at economists, they also view that CPI inflation for the month of January is likely to come somewhere near 4.6%, which will be at the lowest level if we compare it for the last 5 months. Other than that, the range also comes from 4.2% to 5.1%. And what economists say is that the fall in inflation is much likely because of the food inflation, which is likely to ease. Cooling vegetable price inflation is something which will actually contribute to this segment. And at the same time, they also say that fresh winter crops are actually one of the reasons why inflation is likely to ease even further. Apart from that, when we look at core inflation, we have already seen that this number has remained well below 4% for the last few months. And after that, in this month of January also, they believe that this will remain below 4%, but we may see a little uptick. Core inflation may come somewhere near 3.7%. Let's also not forget that now what economists believe is that we have already seen that RBI has cut their interest rate, and with inflation easing, they believe that because of this move, RBI will get further room for improvement in the economic growth. Let's not also forget that RBI also cut their inflation estimates for Q4 almost by 10 basis points, and after that we are seeing some positive uptick coming up from economists as well. So definitely watching out on how the CPI numbers come out tomorrow and how the number pans out for India in terms of inflation tomorrow.
Okay, thanks very much.